Hey, it's Andrea here with New Avenue Realty Group, and today we're going to talk about buying a new home with a production builder in DFW. So we have an expert home sales rep and with Taylor Robertson.
Hi, how are you? Glad to be here.
So Taylor, today I want you to talk about buying a new home with a luxury builder and what's the glamour of it. What do people tend to want? Like, what's considered luxury where you are located in DFW, and what are people starting to want to buy, and what's the process with your builder? We're gonna talk about all of that. So that's not a question I want you to answer all in one right now, but we're gonna discuss more about that. So first, I want you to tell them the difference between a production builder and a custom builder.
Okay, so a production builder like us, we have set plans already set out for you to look at, different floor plans and different options that we can do. Whereas a custom builder, you may be able to go in and extend a space, extend a bedroom, or extend a closet, something to that fact. For a production builder, we want to keep it on a certain timeline to deliver your home to you a little bit quicker and give you a product that we know we build all the time. So it makes it a little easier on you.
Okay. So that helps people with the time frame that they want to build. We know in 2022.
Yes.
Or even, I'll take it, let's go back a little bit further. 2020.
Oh no. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Building was crazy. There were
Yes.
wait lists everywhere. You couldn't really get on.
Yeah.
You had to put like $1 million down. I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating, you guys.
Yeah.
I think that.
Salespeople were crying in their offices because everybody needed everything all the time, and we had almost nothing. Yes.
What has changed since that time of 2020 now in 2023?
So the demand is still super high. We are seeing some of our communities are going back to having a wait list or having only a certain amount of homes being able to be contracted in the month. Whereas back before, in the time that you were bringing up, Andrea, we had nothing available. We had wait lists that were 100 pages long. Now you're seeing in the current market that we're in this neighborhood, where people are flying in from multiple different states, or maybe even locals are now getting into the game to get a new home. So our inventory is still very low. It's just not as drastic as it was before. So you may have a little bit of time, maybe a day or two, to find a home and find what you like and jump on it, versus before you had to jump on it the minute you walked in the model.
Got it. Okay, so where are you seeing a lot of your customers for your community coming from?
So my community, I'm seeing a lot of people flying in from Orlando, Florida, from New York. We're seeing a lot from Connecticut. We still see some here and there from California, but not as much anymore. We do have some locals coming from Irving, Frisco, Allen areas, and that's really where we're seeing come in.
Okay. So tell me, like, on average, like the home that we're in, so we're in a model home now. Yeah. On average, when it comes to building a home, what are people spending in your neighborhood?
Okay, so I'll tell you, an average for a one-story, we're seeing anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000 in upgrades. That would include structurals, and that would include design center upgrades. On our 2 stories, larger product, you're seeing anywhere from $70,000 to $150,000 in upgrades.
So explain because this is pretty much it might be people building their first home or just building their second home. What is structural and what is design center?
Yes, so for a production builder, we have structural upgrade options. So if a home has the option to have a media room, that would be a structural option if it wasn't already included in the plan. Or if you had the option to have a double front door, you could add that, or a structural upgrade extending a covered patio. Whereas Design Center, you're gonna see more of the countertop changes, the backsplashes, upgraded lighting, camera pre-wirings, your flooring. So the list goes on and on. Even with a production builder, you're gonna have to pick everything from the doorknobs to the floor to the paint color, but it's still fun.
Got it. So pretty much your structurals are things that involve the layout of the home.
Yes.
And your design center is the cosmetic of the home.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Just want to get that noted. So a lot of times we like to say that the realtor, we help people find the neighborhoods, what fits their budget. But tell me, what does a sales rep do? Because some people get confused. They're just like, they're thinking the sales rep is the realtor. No. And I let them know the sales rep is representing the builder, not you. So tell them, what do you do as a sales rep?
Yes, so as a sales rep, my job to help you and your realtor is to know my floor plans like the back of my hand, is to know the structural upgrade options like the back of my hand for each and every home. So I'm the expert on the product here in the neighborhood, wherever I may be, so that way I can best assist you and your realtor throughout your appointment. So that way that helps you have better time management instead of sitting there with me for 2 or 3 hours trying to figure out what plan is best. No, you tell me what you're looking for. I have a plan. Here you go. Let's make it happen.
So you basically become like a personal shopper.
Yes. I'm a personal home shopper.
Right. So you're basically like, okay, what are you looking for? Here are my plans that work for this. What budget do you want? Okay, now we've limited those plans because this is the budget you want. This is what you're looking for. These are the plans that work for it.
Yes.
Okay. That helps a lot with people wanting to search. Tell us about the stages, because builders have different stages that the homes are in.
Yes.
Do you guys, and I'll just say this, back in 2020, a lot of builders stopped letting people build.
Yes.
And you could only buy when they were in certain stages.
Correct.
How many stages do you guys have, and can you tell us what each stage possibly is?
We have about 16, so I won't go through all 16, but we do have the dirt sale. So a dirt sale would mean you got to pick the lot, maybe, and you get to pick the plan. Some of our communities, you still not even get to pick the lot or the plan, but you could jump on a home that just started, and we have the floor plan selected, and you can change all the design stuff inside. But we have the foundation form up, we have our framing, we have our sheathing and cornice, we have our mechanicals, which is putting your electrical and plumbing lines inside the home, which would have already been ran to your plumbing foundation unit of the home. We have our sheetrock, we have our texturing, painting, flooring, countertops, cabinets, tile's a big one right now. And of course the roof goes on whenever we're framing. But there's a lot of processes. Landscaping will go in. It's a lot. And throughout all of those stages, we'll have housekeeping coming in to keep the home nice and tidy. We'll have multiple inspections done on the home with third parties, and also our internal employees and our vice president of construction will walk out of the homes to make sure that they're up to par of what our standards are.
Okay. Dang it, that's a lot of steps.
I know it's a lot. But you don't want your house just slapped together, so we have to follow a process.
Right. Yeah. How long does it usually take to build a high-end home with a production builder?
Okay, so for us, yeah. So for us right now, we're seeing anywhere from 6 to 12 months. The long part is getting through your permitting times. Cities are really backed up right now, at least where we are. They used to only take them 30 days. Now we see anywhere from 30 to 90 days to get a permit approved. Once that get approved, then we start moving dirt. When we start moving dirt, we're seeing anywhere from 6 to 9 months, depending on any material delays that may happen.
Okay. So 6 to 12 months. So that's back to normal.
I feel like it is, yeah.
because and I say this because 2020 through 2021, it was like at least a year. Yeah. No one was quoting you less than a year.
Yeah.
Where it used to take like 6 to 9 months to build a home. Now we're back to that where sometimes, like even during that time, I had clients where it took them almost 2 years to build. So I'm excited to see the 6 to 12 months come back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a pretty significant time commitment, but I'm sure like the end result is working.
Oh, right? The end result's always worth it. It's a brand new home. No one's used that home. It's your home.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's something that I have a question on. What's the number one tip you would give someone looking to buy a high-end home with a production builder?
My tip would be, use a realtor that's here on site, not one that is just an internet realtor that's never been in that area. Sometimes people will try to get a realtor that's maybe 2 or 3 hours away from the locations where they want to be, and that realtor may have a lot of knowledge of where they normally work, but when you go to a different area, it may be a completely different market.
Right.
So I would definitely want to go with a realtor that has expertise in that local area, a realtor that's constantly looking to see what's coming next, because they can see how that value of that location is going to best assist you and your lifestyle.
Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Before we leave today, I want to ask you, what are some trends you're seeing? What are people wanting? When you guys build inventory homes, and inventory homes are just homes that the builder has built themselves, that they are going to resell, and usually you see more of the trending things in the inventory home because you guys want to quick sell. What is trending right now from what you guys are seeing people put into homes?
So used to see quartz countertops that had very little movement, so it was just a plain white slab or a plain gray slab. Now we're seeing quartzite, which has lots of movement in it. It's very similar to granite. We're seeing people wanting double ovens. We're seeing 5 to 6 burner cooktops that people are wanting. Wood flooring throughout, except for in the bedrooms. We're seeing a lot of wood on the stairs. So it's just really gonna depend on what you want in the home, but majority right now want white walls and lots of movement on your countertops and your tiles.
So the gray walls are out.
Yeah, for sure. Gray walls are out unless it's a super light gray, and it could pass as white depending on how the lighting is. I know I've been hearing like, oh, beige is back. Beige is not all the way back right now. When we put that in a home, people are like, oh, they're not ready for it. So yeah.
I am starting to see more people do like white and a light brown, neutral colors. Like I've been seeing that
an
a
accent.
lot.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with us about buying new that you think you'd be able to share with anyone out there looking to buy a brand new from a luxury standpoint?
So if you find a neighborhood that you like, I wouldn't wait on it. The inventory is very low right now, as we mentioned before. So waiting around, you may think, oh, waiting a week or 2 weeks may be okay, but what's happening and what I'm seeing is our prices are increasing all the time. Our incentives are diminishing all the time. So if you want a great deal and a great home, you need to act sooner rather than later, especially for in DFW. With North Texas, for instance, the market is just, it's in high demand for great housing.
Got it. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Well, Taylor, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure. It was great.
Thank you. I hope you guys have learned a lot about buying new with Taylor here. She's been in the real estate industry with new home construction for almost 6 years. So pretty knowledgeable. And if you're looking for a home, when I say luxury, that varies around DFW. Here where Taylor's located, the homes are starting at what price?
So I have some 2 stories that are going to be in the high 9s up into the house we're in right now is 1.2. It's not for sale yet. And then we have 1 stories that are 800 plus.
So so that's pretty much high end considered in DFW, that price point. So before we leave, tell us, we have that much, what is the smallest floor plan you can buy, meaning square footage and price point in your particular neighborhood?
In my neighborhood, it's going to be 2885 square feet, and it will be $819,900.
Okay. So there you guys have it. She's in the top school district in DFW. So if you're looking for a place with great schools, great location, you already know you're going to have to spend a minimum $800,000. So you guys tune in. We'll be back for another Buying New with New Avenue Realty Group. Thank you guys.
Bye. Thank you so much, Andrea.
You're welcome.